Hey look, I found it. It's the NeXus Rebel 30R. Yep, we know it. You want to see a 4x4, and today we've got one. Today we are going to show you the NeXus Rebel 30R 4x4 unit. We're at Travelland RV Supercenter in the Langley Bypass, and they got it sitting here waiting for us. You know where to find everything down there in the description, the currency converter, the timestamps, the research resource, and while you're down there, you know, hit subscribe. Buy us a coffee too. Today we want to thank Tricia and John for buying us a coffee again, because they keep doing it. Thanks guys, we really appreciate it. Why don't we take a look at the power plant in this baby? I know how to do it. My dad was a truck driver. You just lift one of these, pull it down. Then we go around to the other side. Lift one of these, pull it down, and here we go. There you go, my friends. Yep. This is the 350 horsepower diesel international engine on the 22,000 pound chassis with 700 foot-pounds of torque on a 6-speed Allison 1750 series transmission. Yep. She's a real woman's rig. All joking aside now, this is a very cool rig, and it is a 4x4. It's like the Super C style of rig, right? Now, size does matter. You're never going to see Corey and I driving one of these around, but they are super popular, and we know that a lot of our viewers want to see it. So we're here to serve. So this is it. We're going to take a tour, and the construction of the Rebel you will find linked at the end in the NeXus Viper video, and that's because the only difference between the Viper and the Rebel is that they're on a different chassis, but the house construction is exactly the same, which is quite unique in that it's made out of a high strength steel low alloy cage frame with Asdel. So that's all I'm going to tell you. You can go click at the end and check out the construction video in the Viper. So let's get on with the tour so I can show you this. Look at how big it is. We can't believe how high. Why? Oh yeah, see, not a problem. What I also find interesting is that the first step to get in is actually at my knee.
I think it's above your knee.
Maybe. So it's just quite high. It's way up there. The cab is big as well. I mean, the seats, the step that you have to go up to get in here is big. You know what we'd do? We wouldn't even use these doors. We'd just go in the other door and climb in from the front. That's how we would do it.
Once you get in, though, it's similar to any other Class C.
Right, like the Viper even. Yeah. Like the cab is very, well, we'll show it to you when we get there. So let's go down the rest of the rig. This one has a bunk up top in that front space, which is different. So this one's really going to be considered a Class C versus the Viper, which was the B+. So this has got one big super slide on it, and it is a cable driven slide, so that's plenty strong for what we've got there. It does come with the frameless windows and the slide topper, so we love those features. Let's take a look at what's down here. Racy cars on the Langley Bypass. Okay, let's look in here. Now, these doors are on the struts, so that's nice, so they're not banging into that, and they're easier access because things are higher. You get a 6,000 watt diesel Onan generator, which is going to be right plumbed into the tank of the rig. Coming back to this one, you get, oh, this is where your propane is, and you can see inside here at the construction. What I really like is these cross frames that are in here. And that is that whole trussed base that is on the chassis that distributes the weight from the edges of the house into the center of the chassis. Go check out the construction video. Okay, this one. Oh, so this is going to be the wet bay. So it's lit. You can see up here are your tanks, and here is your gray and your black and your sewer hookup with all of your controls, a shower, washer, fresh fill, your black flush, all of that's here. You got a water filter there. Here's the shower piece. So what I'm finding interesting about this space, oh, this is all heated, right, and enclosed, but look at the size of the hole here that your sewer connection's going to. So when you're hooked up at a campground, the hole is this big, but your hose is this big. So there's going to be a bunch of space around there, so I don't love that. You'll have to figure out a way to put something in there so you don't get bugs and rodents and things coming in. Fuel fill here. Let's talk about these tires. They are a Continental 225/70R 19.5, and they are on aluminum rims. And coming back, here's another fuel fill. That's interesting. And in here, okay, so this is a nice storage bay, and if you can see through, you get about this much that's actual pass through, and then there'll be another storage bay like this on the other side. And here is where your 50 amp cord is, and also you get a 1,000 watt pure sine wave inverter in here because of the stuff on the inside. What I also want to show you is down here where the cord, which I have to say was a bit of a pain to work with because it's not rolled up on anything, but it goes through that opening, and it's the same situation as back there. You got an opening this big and you got a cord this big going through it so that you can shut this, which is fabulous, but what's the point when you got all that space around the cord? So you're gonna have to figure out a way to cover that as well. Okay, take care on the corner of these slides. Coming around to the back. That's a bumper, eh? Everything is just so beefy and strong on this rig. It's very cool. I believe that the receiver hitch is a 15,000 pound, but I will check on that for you. You do get a standard included backup camera. It's quite a nice rig, and I mean, you could tow like a tow vehicle or something in that, right? Okay, coming around to this side, it's a little tight. We're in a dealership. Let's start here. So this is another lit compartment that can pass through. The other side was where the cord was. And I do like that these are all on the struts so they stay up. Okay, what do we got? Oh, this is the other side of the pass-through. They are quite generous, nice compartments. And then you do get a decent sized awning. It could probably be bigger, but then the arm would probably be in front of that frameless window. LED lighting, electric here. What do we got here? This is more pass-through storage. Nice. Well, it's not really pass-through because the tanks are here, so you really can't get anything through. So I take that back. It's not quite pass-through, but it is a nice storage spot. Let's go past the door, because there's more. Oh, battery storage. And last but not least, we have more storage. Can never do with too much storage. All right, and then moving forward, you're back to the passenger store, which, you know, if you can get your foot up on that step, you can get in there. The other cool thing is you do get cameras in the mirrors so that when you're signaling, you can see down the side of the rig. Or Corey uses them for backing up too. Let's go this way and take a look at the step. So this is a metal electric step. The issue that we're having with it is it seems only out partially. So either it's only out partially and there's a problem, or just with the width of the rig and this coming off of the chassis, it's not able to reach out far enough. Either way, the problem that we're having with it is that it's not, when you're coming out, you could easily miss this step. So just a thought. Now, the door is also on one of those strut arms down at the bottom. So this is as far as it goes. It's not going to attach to the side of the rig and it's not going to flail around in the wind. It just stays like this. On this side, you get the screen. It's nice. These are taller doors, which makes them seem thinner, I think. But they're decent size. You get glass that's a bit frosted there. It's nice. So let's go inside and take a look at the 2021 NeXus Rebel 30R. Come on. All right, let's check this out. First thing I noticed is here in the stairs, one of the stairs lifts up and it's storage for shoes and things. And then you get the automatic leveling system here, as well as some switches, you know, to turn stuff on or take care of your step out there or your battery disconnect. And there's a heat vent here because all of the NeXus ducting is through furniture. It's not in the floor system, so you know I love that. So this is nice. So this will be your theater seating, which is going to come out, and it's very comfortable. You got drink holders, got a place to put all your goodies. So that's nice. I do like the lighter fabric here. The decor seems a little bit darker in cabinets than, you know, the more newer styles, but it's not a brown color. It's more of a grayish. So it's quite nice. I do like the kind of tweed boxes that they've got, although I don't think they need all three sides covered, just a personal preference. Oh, I also want to mention seat belts in these seats, so you can have passengers here. Roller blinds, that's nice. LED lighting. There's storage up there, I promise. Okay, I can't get it open because I'd have to put my boots on the seat in order to close it. There's storage up there and it reaches all the way through. And there's another one over the stairs and I have no idea what's in it or how to access it. So that's a bit of a bummer. Okay, coming around, you get the bunk. So the traditional Class C style bunk up here with this piece that removes so that you can walk through into the cab without smashing your head. This is quite a big bed. I'll see if I can find numbers on it. There's storage up there. The TV is there. And these cushions are there, which I don't really love because I think they're to make the bed in the dinette. Got to put them somewhere, but yeah, not my fave. Big TV though. You do have a vent there, no fan, but vent. And then moving over to this side, we're into the slide. Now remember from the outside, this was a big full wall slide, so that's nice. The dinette is, so there is a bit of a step up, but it's not bad. This is a very comfortable dinette for me. So that means it's kind of shorter this way for a lot of other folks. But I like it, it's comfortable, I like the window. I think I could do without this. The reason I could do without it is because it seems a bit low to the table and it's kind of in the way of the window when I'm sitting here. So I would rather see something much smaller and more shallow there, but you know what? That's something you could easily fix on your own. Table is a nice size this way. It's like a thermal foil wrap, no seams, but it's narrow and it seems far from me. Now I know that that's so that it makes up into the bed and fits right, but it seems far away from me. It could easily be a bigger table. Cup holders, so that's nice when you're driving down the road because that side has seat belts so that passengers could sit there and still be looking out the front window. So I love that. Now, there is more storage up here, and these are all on struts too. This is a lot of storage. goes all the way down. And the cabinet doors and things in here are very nice. Now, I just want to show you underneath these seats. Look at that. How long? It's deeper. It doesn't come out all the way. It goes in probably to like here. So it's nice. And these are like, holy cow, wood. Nice roller gliders. I just can't believe the quality of the wood in this drawer. I don't know where I've ever seen that before. Like, this is serious, strong wood. Underneath the dinette in that seat, there is electrical as well. Then, of course, this table just folds down, and there's another one of those cool cabinets underneath this seat. Let's move into the kitchen here, which is not as big of a kitchen as I'd like, but this is a smaller, like the Rebel comes in a bigger size, which I wish I could get my hands on because I'd love to show it to you. I'll go looking. You get beautiful white solid surface countertops. Very, very nice. It's got electrical and USB up here in the corner. This is all very reachable countertop. Beautiful tap with a sprayer with very nice, heavy. It's the same hard surface as the countertops over a very nice undermount stainless double, but not that deep of a sink. But it's a good sink. I really like this sink. Would like to be able to cut on these, which I can't because they're just too darn beautiful. So let's put those back. Oops. All right. And then let's take a look at these. Wow, that's big. Okay, adjustable shelves. It's very deep. It's easy to reach here, but I'd have trouble reaching at the back. So I definitely have to have some bins and things to be able to get at everything, but that's a huge amount of storage space. Coming down, more storage there, but just in the top part. And then on this side, there is more storage, and again, it's just on the top, so you do have to work around the plumbing, but that's not unusual, right? Here we have a nice, Hisense convection microwave. So I do like that. It gives you the option of having more counter or cabinet space and still having your oven functionality. Dometic 3-burner glass top propane stove that's nice and level, and I really like the backsplash that goes around it, and they're covering that on the back side and the side. And look at the size of the window in this kitchen. That is super nice. Okay, we've got lighting here, but again, the only electrical outlet I see is that one that was in the corner at the counter there. And underneath, you get more storage because you don't have an actual oven in there. So I think that's good. Coming over here too, I just wanted to point out that there's more control panel, water pump, heater, that kind of stuff. And coming back, you get a huge fridge. This is a residential fridge, and I'm thinking it's in the 11-ish range, but I'll check on it for you for sure. But please don't forget that this size of a fridge that is all electric is a big suck on your power and your batteries. So that's why you've also got that 1000 watt pure sine wave inverter on board. But it is something to be cautious of depending on what kind of uses. Now, you got a 4x4 rig here, so I'm assuming you're going to take it to places that probably don't have electric. So you might want to look into a solar package or things like that to be able to handle this fridge. Okay, next let's go into the bathroom, which is a decent sized bathroom. The shower here, that's how big it is. It's not real deep this way, but it's pretty good this way. You get a one-piece plastic surround with shelves that goes down to a second piece plastic base, which I'm just checking. Okay, so some parts of the two pieces are caulked together and some are not. Now, this is what I found interesting on the Viper that we saw, was that these are glass doors, but they don't just line up here, they actually go on a curve around the edge. So that's what you get. So I like the glass doors. We know Corey likes them because you can't see through them. And they're just a unique system. You have your taps and your shower head, which is adjustable. So that's nice. And then over to the rest, this is quite high for a mirror for me, but you get some decent storage in there. And look at all this countertop space. That's really nice. Average sink, average taps, and quite just a little bit of space in there because they put a piece in front of all the plumbing. And then coming over to this side is a bunch more storage. So you got to be careful on that one. And more up there. Pretty high, but it's useful still, right? While we're up there, you do have a vent and fan and AC. And then coming down, we are on a porcelain foot flush toilet. So this is the space that we have. Switches and things are here, and heat ducting below the shower. So that's all kind of nice. Now, this is another thing I love, and that is the slider door, so it's not getting in the way of anything. And that brings us back to the bedroom. I'll get the numbers on this for you because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to say it's a queen. What I love, I can walk all the way around it. And look, this is like the creme de la creme of nightstands, and there's one on both sides. There is room for a book and a glass of water and my phone, and there's electric in the sides of the bed, and there's also a little door underneath it with some storage. So that is very cool too. Nice window, reading lights. Let me see if I can reach these. Yep, so more deep storage. This is all good. Very nice. I mean, yeah, you got to climb up here, but that's not unusual. And then, what do we got over here? So, nice mirror, closet, drawers. So there is 3 of these. I just want to make sure they're all the same size. Yep, they are. TV, storage, another mirror, and another exactly the same closet. So I like that. Now let's see about our bed here. Oh, okay, so it does lift up, but it's a different direction. Okay, so that gives you access to water, heating, pump, all that kind of stuff. But again, I noticed they put all those struts on all those outside doors and all the inside cabinet doors, but they didn't put one here. If you need in this space, this is heavy. They should put one on there. Okay, and then this is an interesting door system. So it's another slider, but it is in a couple of pieces. You unlock it there, bring it out, unlock it there, and you get the whole door. Kind of neat, hey? I like that. All right, let's talk about the floor. This is quite a nice vinyl floor. I think these are, go look at that construction video again because I gave you more information on the vinyl, but it's like anti-scratch, all those kinds of things. And it's nice and bright, so I really do like the color. And remember, there's no openings in this floor, as all of the ducting is through the furniture. Now, let's take a look at the ceiling. There's an AC back here and an AC up there, ducting. Oh, and again, go take a look at the construction video because I tell you more about the AC ducting system that's up there. LED lighting, the ducting, there is a vent here, not a fan, but a vent, and then it just carries on through. So you do have quite a bit of airflow because there's 1, 2, 3 vents and 2 ACs. I believe these ACs are running at 13,500 BTUs, but I will confirm that for you. So it's all quite nice. Now I just want to talk about the Cracker Barrel factor back here. So remember, this is all a full wall slide. So when it comes in, it's sliding in this way, it's going to come right up against the bed. So you will have access to the bed through here, but you'll have to climb to get into it. And then if we go this way and take a look at it, it's not a deep slide, but all this furniture sticks out, right? So by the time this gets moved in, you're going to have a walkway through here. You'll be able to get into the cab. You'll be able to get out the door, that kind of thing. The problem comes in right here because this gets really tight when that's in. Now, I do believe you'll be able to squeak by, but it'll be pretty tight. So depending on you, if you can squeak by this end, you will have full access to dining, sitting, kitchen, fridge, bathroom, and then you just climb into that bed. And remember, you've always got this bed. So that's the Cracker Barrel factor. Now let's take a look at the cab. Come with me into the cab. Now, just want to point out that generally you would have this folded up so you wouldn't have to crawl under it. But come with me here. So it's got this little walkway thing, which means that your feet when you're walking in are really right up at the level of your seat. And then you're tucking in. Okay, so once I'm in here, it's good. These are very comfortable seats. And it feels just like a pickup to me, really. The windshield seems the same, the space around here and this seems the same. I got lots of leg room. I can even put my feet down on the floor. So that's good, cup holders, all that. But now I'm gonna climb over to the driver's. Look at this. Doesn't this seem weird? Okay, over to the driver's seat I go. Yeah.
You could come in the driver's door too, right?
Well, I know, but I can't even get up on the step at the driver's door. Okay, so once I'm in, it's good. And okay, here's the problem with this setup. I feel like I could drive it. I probably should not drive it. It feels very pickup.
It does feel pickup.
And the problem is it's not pickup. This is big. This is high, it's wide, it's long, it's heavy. This is not a pickup, but it kind of feels like it. Like I feel the same in this as in the B+. Sorry world, if you see me driving the Super C somewhere, just take a wide berth around me. No, it's very cool, but I would give it to Corey to drive. I wouldn't do it myself, so.
I'd get you to open the hood for me though.
Okay.
You're good at that.
We're a team. All right, let's take a look at the numbers next. Now for the numbers on the 2021 NeXus Rebel 30R. Big rig, so it's got lots of room for weight, right? So as we said, the GVW is 22,000 pounds and the cargo carrying capacity is 3,232 pounds. But remember that the tongue weight of whatever you're towing and your people in here have to fit into that number as well. So make sure you're being careful about those. Next, let's take a look at the other numbers. So what I learned is that with the two ACs, one of them is the 13,500 BTU and the other is a 15,000 BTU with a heat pump, and then the furnace is a 30,000 BTU. The front TV is a 40-inch and the one in the bedroom is 32. The fridge is actually an 11.3 cubic foot fridge. The length comes in at 30.92 feet. The width comes in at 101 inches, so I think that's like 8.5 feet. The height, 146 inches. The wheelbase is 243 inches. The freshwater is at 85 gallons, and then the gray and the black are at 50 gallons each. The propane tank comes in at 86 pounds, which I think is about 20.3 gallons. And last but not least, the all-important number, the price here at Travel Land RV on the Langley Bypass, 243,677 Canadian dollars. And don't forget the currency converter is in the description, so you can link to that. As well, if you've liked this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, click on the links here at the end so you can learn more about the construction or come along on an adventure with us. If we provided you with any value whatsoever, please feel free to buy us a coffee. We love that, and it's nice knowing you're out there. Thanks for watching.